In this shows tonight, I take a Honda Civic for a drive at the Laguna Seca, test drive in a daily car, and I take on a used car with some upgrades under a budget to see if they can keep up with the full-on rally cars. Sort of. Hello, and welcome to GT Motorsport. Now, it won't be anything that much of a big first episodes kind of thing, but rather as a small thing for what's gonna happen next in the future episodes. Now, for the first season through, is that it's gonna be separate, but I think there's some repeats for the compensation of the limitations here, for the obvious reasons. But what I'm thinking is that I'm not going to do an FF race in this Honda Civic as I thought it was. No, we're just going to take a little bit of test drive at the Laguna Seca with some upgrade that was meant for like the FF beginner race already. So I bought this from the early 90s, used car though. But let's just say that judging from the model, you might think this is like a similar car from like, I don't know, that one manga and the show from Initial D. Yeah, I already get that, but what else you all gotta expect here from like making one or more? So, but yeah, in other words, it's all I could say from the Honda Civic, SIR2 or SIR or 2 if you prefer, 1992. Without next further ado, is that the best challenge I can give you is to try to guess like how I tune the Civic though. And without further ado, let's get on to Laguna Seca and then give a little bit of my thoughts on like how I upgraded it. Let's head on to it. Now, for a little bit of like insult to injury, is that when it accelerates at first to third gear, there is a wheel spin though that you can hear when you're trying to accelerate after braking at the certain corners though. Now it can get annoying, but you should get them a little bit of grip here while making sure that acceleration is a little bit alright to some degree here and now. And also you can take this to like your work job though if you want, because well, a little bit of show off for the sake of like, yeah, probably back in the 90s when it was like new at the time. The corkscrew here seems solid. I mean, I do feel like a little bit of suspension shake here. Now what we're gonna do is we make 2 laps of like the Civic here. And that while like some FF cars, or maybe most FF cars that you're looking for, like the other Civic here, there can be some understeers to some degree, but not at the some extent like the Veyron that I've done, but pretend that we're still living in a year where Veyron does not even exist, and we thought the idea was a little bit stupid though. You can give them like too much time right there on like making one ridiculous watch that can take like 3 men for that. And now just a reminder that there's also a ghost here for anyone who's a little bit knowledgeable on like looking at the replay, that at some other point you don't see yourself, you see something else and that you feel a little bit slower than intended. What this means is that it won't go to the full potential as you hope in like stage 2 turbo, but still it should be solid with some upgrades to make it work for like a beginner's FF race here. Oh, I have a little bit on the steer. Should be out of the corkscrew here. I did mess up a little bit of corkscrew, but nothing much here. Well, the nitrous is... I didn't even adjust it actually. I guess I want to spoil it to you, but wasn't that 100? It was like 50. And that should be it for now. And with that out of mind, I'm into like the little bit of main challenge. Let's get back to the garage. So, what I think my point of view of like this slightly still held up to Civic to this day, and from even the reasonable horsepower of like 283 and about a nice torque though, as well as the weight that is probably reduced so that it can steer properly. Well, I still think it's solid for the FF cars that if you're looking for a bargain though, but otherwise you had to look for like a little bit of like expensive like new FF cars that you're probably looking for. Maybe you should look for like a Peugeot 406 Coupe for like an FF cars that you can just annihilate for like a second that you can upgrade to max. But I think that's all I can say about the Civic. It's pretty solid for a beginner's FF. If it says like a little bit of solution here, even though you can like always find the best FF cars regardless. But in other words, it's worth to try it out if you have to. Now, well, before we get into main challenge, so well, I think it's time to talk about like something here that I was been announcing way more often to my friends only there. I'm gonna tell you all publicly that before I filmed or record this episode, I'm gonna admit that what I'm doing is that during the Steam Autumn sale, I bought the other racing games, Assetto Corsa and probably the whatever, and also Forza Motorsport 2023. Yes, I know there's people who has nostalgia bias that just refuse to try anything new and just want to stick to old games because they want to turn back to the time, even though they cannot until eventually that it was all gone and I hope enough and then probably move on. I still want to admit that even with the fact that your minds can be fresh from or just plain too new from like all the general opinion reviews from FM 2023 that was mostly related to like the launch issues, that was especially like the PC issues on the technical issues and even the server issues. I say that when I played it like 1 year later, it was all fine though, to be frank. But sure, there's still some issues that Turn 10 has to fix, but you can't go wrong with it. That you can't just solve every problems with just like not giving them money. You can't just treat every gaming company like EA, because if the problem was incompetence, it doesn't mean that you can treat them like EA. If the problem was just money, then well, it's just EA problem though. So what do you expect, people? You can't. It's sure there are some mess ups though, but FM 2023 is like a proper modern Forza game that is, even with the issues that people still hate on, and probably I wanted to listen to a general constructive criticism instead of like Turn 10 turn the ball down and we just don't give them money because Playground game's better than Turn 10 right now. Look, I get it. Like I get it. Like the optimization is a little bit bad though, but and some of you are gonna tell me to play Horizon, but Horizons are still. Didn't I say about that? Oh, didn't I say? Didn't I say that before the Horizon is for is basically most sports fans just refuse to try it, because even if they did, they still never bothered with it. But yeah, I understand that there's motorsport fans move on to Horizons because, but Forza Horizons is just a community full of Need for Speed fans that wanted more cars and no police. Nothing else. And then pick on a very specific BMW with a very specific livery that I do not understand why it was popular though. But so anyway, when I tried it, FM 2023, it was alright. I like the driving physics though, and I like it. But to be fair, the penalty, but yet to play multiplayer because I haven't like played the qualifier series though, because I'm focusing on like one tour and then like play the series though. I'm thinking that it was alright. The penalty is a little bit borked, but they did fix it, just that it's still not perfect, so you can't just expect it wrong. But I heard that the feature multiplayer in FM 2023 was like the same thing as the GT Motorsport. Oh, edit that out, edit that out. Oh, I'm sorry. I was about to say Gran Turismo Sport and oh, okay, my bad. I wasn't meant to say the title of the show. I think you can mix it up wrong though. I was meant to say GT Sport and GT7. They have like the sport modes to be frank though. But the penalty system is not that perfect though, yeah? No. They would. No, they did have the... Now, Forza Motorsport feature multiplayer brings the same thing, but they did it a little bit better. They just did it in response to like the FM7's issue though. At launch, immediately everyone leaves because they don't like how it works though. But I don't know how many of you still play FM7 despite the issues, but it's probably like weird laziness though. What are you thinking of mine there? Like who really thought about like okay, so there's gonna be like issues that I have heard of, like, so, and then like tried it out. So there's like a car level system. So I heard about the level system. It's the same as like FM2, just slightly different, and as well as like FM3 and 4. Actually, FM3 has like the car level, but the upgrades was tied to like the other something, but it's probably the upgrades is tied to the other car, to like manufacturers, that you can have like one that is like 10% and will be shared to like Subaru and Lexus, for example, that you put on the Toyota level up though. And here it's completely separate, so you cannot like have a like shared upgrade system. So it doesn't matter if like you level up a Toyota, a Lexus, or even a Porsche and Volkswagen. It's still separate, but I don't think it's changing. So I guess most people get used to the controversial upgrade system. But yeah, I guess this is just a limitation, but that people will get used to it eventually. But the least you can do is, if you want to level up your car, you gotta be lazy with it instead of making an effort though. That's just how modern things work, unfortunately. Now, I guess that's all is done for the talking stuff. So what we're gonna move on to the main challenge is we're going to look for a used cars, any, even cheap. I'm assuming that's going to be like 100k budget. That is included from like buying a used car, and then another 100k from like the upgrades. Not counting the tires, but I assume like tires have anything to do with it. But actually, the tires are mandatory or whatever. But the only things that the tires, that the upgrades do not count from the budget, is purely the tires though. Mainly because well, it can technically sound cheating, but what else do you expect though? Anyway, without further ado, and everything now, we're gonna have 100k budget, despite the obvious amount of credits I have from like editing this save file. We're going to look for a proper cheap used car to like race against the full on pre-made pre-modified rally car. It can be either Subaru Impreza Evo, bro, probably. But let's just head on to it. Now, obviously, if you have like a modded version of Gran Turismo 4, there's like a different version, like Spec 2 on the online public beta. You're gonna have like a proper used cars with like a little bit of description here. But other than that, I'm used to like the same stuff here, more in a row. What I'm looking for is like a pretty suitable anything that can work with like dirt tires though, because I'm trying to look for the ones that can fit with the dirt tires and snow tires though. So I had to take like 5 laps in like tarmac, dirt, and snow. So that's just the best I can do. One is like 17-year-old car that is, people can spend like 40k nowadays, and another is like well, I don't know. One is another 17-year-old that you can have fit. These, well, do people really assume that Miatas can like go for like a proper, can go head toe to toe against it? Celica can technically be a additional try for toe to toe against the rally cars that was like made back in the 2000s. What are they thinking? I'm thinking a pretty right one, but I don't think like I have yet to see one that just feels right for it. This one feels the look is questionable. The EXAA is a questionable wagon, but yeah, it just feels like trying to dump in someone, like you kidnap here and then just show people like, look at me, I kidnapped someone, and I'm about to like beat him up or something. What about this one? Now, it's alright there, but now of course I'm still looking for like a four-wheel drive under a budget, 100k budget here. This one is a four-wheel drive. It can work. This one can work. I had to look into the other one before I think I could buy one. I'll look into the other one for a second. What about this? What about this? And the early 90s here. Looking at Celica, a four-wheel Celica here. That is probably what I think is solid, but I have yet to get into. So a Skyline is always gonna be the one where you could just grab like one for rally and then like see what happens. But most rally guys gonna go with 4 doors. That means like you can have like multiple wheels or whatever. A 1-gen Evo. I'm thinking for a little second. Probably a little bit later. I need to check in. Now, once I purchased, it's like a right 4-wheel drive car for like for like a toe to toe against the rally rivals that was at the time. What it means is that I had to maintain them off screen for like a second, because well, you already know that how tedious it can be for a second, unless probably intentionally they someone decided to like film, or I film myself just doing whatever on maintaining it just right. Those two here, I'm thinking they're kind of solid choice here. a 3000 GT. It's four wheel, so you see, I'm pretty sure most people gonna think it's gonna work in a rally, but I have yet to say so. Before I make my permission to buy it though. And then Impreza is an Evo 3. Oh yeah, Evo 3 they say. We're gonna check it like the late 90s here for a second. Okay, we got like another there. We got 3000, an Impreza sedan. Auto Works. Do people would assume like the Auto Works Suzuki Auto Works would work as a rally car, but then could you ever imagine decided to just like expect your opponent to be a Impreza Evo or like any other common rally cars, but no, you got this. You got this. Like your overconfidence will blow you over just because you can win them easily. While this one is not so. These are the twos, not so overconfident. While maybe 3000 GT is a little bit in the same level as a Lancia. The Auto Works just. Oh my god. We got this here. Hey, again. Impreza. I wonder if I can tell the owner if the other black Impreza or the Evos just gonna say like, do they even like drive her at the mountains back in the day? Not 3000 GT. It's an Evo 5 though. You know what I was thinking? Evo 3 can go toe to toe against the newer rally rivals, right? I wonder if that can happen, but say the same with like the first Evo ever made though. A Mitsubishi Lancer. I didn't even check. I did saw it, but I didn't bother to look at it. Oh right. Now this is a definition of a family going on a road trip, except it wasn't a road trip. It's just a rally on dirt course, and then your children's gonna enjoy it. Enjoy to see a sight of that. All right. An Audi S4. Well, what I was thinking for the Audi S4 is that it can be also solid as a pretty reasonable stock rally car though, that can be made into a fully fledged rally car. Why don't Audi S4 get sponsored by like Castro or something? Oh, Stagia. I think I've driven one is in the like. I didn't think I driven one for like the other days in the route. The RS4S. This is at the same level as the Lignum, so I think that you're gonna make fun of like your opponent. Actually, the Nissan Stagia and the Mitsubishi Lignum could like go toe to toe though. That would be amazing. I would love to see a four-door wagon rally race against like a fully fledged family though. I think they should have fun. Another Impreza wagon. Oh wait. Yeah, Impreza wagon, it's just the same level, but nothing much more. Sedan, Evo 6, and here comes another GTR though. Sedan, and Evo 6 though. Oh wait, that's an Evo 7. Now that is a little bit uglier. I think I'm gonna make my decision here for a second. Why don't I realize something that is a little bit better for like the total rally cars that can go up to it right now. I'm thinking like Evo 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, maybe 1. I'll head on to it later too. Ooh, I bought the wrong one. It's probably like 3 or something right now. Didn't this spoiler happen or something? Oh, I wasn't supposed to spoil the car that I bought, but you're very known anyway. Now, let's just move on to like a chassis restoration here for a second. Without which just 2 changes that looks a little bit satisfying. Anyway, back to the garage once I've made a chassis restoration originally or something. This is a Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution GSR 1992. Now, I have forgotten a little bit of information, but forgive me for my inaccuracy. Now, it does have like a V4 engines here, for at very least from my experience. It has a stock bore of, when restored, from like 246 horsepower and a 6,000 RPM, as well as like the other mile point. Now, this is simply like the first car that can ever be possibly done for like someone who could just want to like start an argument from like a rallying after the Ford Escort Cosworth has been made. Because without an Escort Cosworth, the Evo and the Impreza would have never been made. But if any of you at least own the Lancer Evolution GSR, while still maintained, you should at very least still drive it as a daily car, because Evos are technically a daily drive, so as some of you may wish so. Now, what we're gonna do is that we still under the budget of like 100k, so I spent like a 9 grand on the Evo, the GSR, the first Lancer Evo, and that I've already restored it. So what I'm gonna do is that get full load of this, but otherwise this budget here is too much to the point where I can just make the tire reset off limits though, because well, the tires can be used or anything, but I can just still buy the super soft though, and then it should be it. Otherwise I have to buy the hard ones as a cheaper alternative. So anyways, we're gonna get to the rally art or tuning shop though, and let's head on to it. I have like 90,000 credits in budget, so as if I'm pretending though. If I break the limits of my budget, I probably apologize though. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get a little bit like starting out price. Now I only buy like the cheapest possible turbo, just to like hopefully it works well, and the cheapest possible rule set though. Actuality. Now the only time that it does not count is like the tires on dirt and tarmac, because technically I was given some money to deal with it. Why don't I put something here? Oh. Now, when you see the in progress bar as a used to playing Spec 2 version of Gran Turismo 4, you may think it's annoying. Well, it's true because I'm using a vanilla version though, and I've yet to announce the regular occurrence of the GT2 plus A spec and GT4 spec 2. They're still part of it, a vanilla one, just a little bit different. Now, on the other hand, I'm just gonna deal with nonsense here for nothing but just monkeys, though. Now, I'm used to adjusting the suspension here on most cars, but at this point, I'm just gonna take the sports for in case. I think I'm fine with 2K intercooler though. How about Tri-Train? They're a little bit too expensive, but I'm gonna make one for the clutch. Flywheel is alright. I can just spend that some. You can just cheat through this with like 2-way limited slip though. You should be all fine while adjusting it. Grass shaft. That's a little bollocks. I'm gonna take the close transmission though for in case. Now, I could have taken the full customized, but I'm on the budget, so yeah. Now, this part of tires here. Pretend that I'm too rich to buy tires though, but I had to take the super hards and super hard racing tires or something, and then that too does not count to the budget, but technically I'm spending them. BCD controller, why not? I don't think I can improve rigidity, so probably. I think the stage 2 should be all fine. And that should be it for my 100k budget upgrade now. That should be it. So all the performance here should be fine for at least 383 horsepower though. Well, stage 2 is a little bit cheaper. Just that I'm doing on the budget here instead of the tires though. At the very least, buying the super hard ones. Very makes sense. Now, for one moment from like copying my setup, I'm gonna give you like another challenge here for making a guess though, until I can show you like for a little bit a second. But I'm heading off from here from now on. So before that, there should be, well, I was thinking if I could move on, but actually I should edit that out again. I should have ended it earlier, but I don't think I could edit that out because I was the editor myself, so whoops. Anyway, we're gonna move on now from skipping the part where I'm tuning out all this tedious stuff, so we'll be right back. well, it was a little bit quicker than I expected compared to like the fully customizable parts. Now I'm gonna show you like a little bit of setup here for any one of you who's willing to try it out for some reason, but why not? So the first thing on the nitrous is the 100 on power. Well, it makes it power, but in case. Stage 1 turbine, obviously, and that. It needs a supercharger anyway, so what is it? Brakes are racing because, well, you know I have an issue. So now for brake balance, you gotta have a little bit of 4 here. Yeah, I'm just telling you how to do it anyways. Now for sports suspension here, because it's now fully adjustable, you're gonna have like a little bit like lower the ride height here, but if you're fully customizable, you're gonna have the same ride height, but you're gonna have like a different approach to it. Transmission is close, so I don't think I can do like the gear trick though. Racing, the racing aids or driving aids, I just took it the other way around because well something. You're gonna have like 5, 5, and 1, but why 1 a TCS? Well, I don't know, but just in case because you don't want to fall off or something. No weight balance because who cares? Now we're gonna have like variable center differential. You're gonna have like 30 on front wheel distribution, but if you want to adjust it to just more than just 30 or less than 30, then why not? Because the limited slip is nothing, so what do you expect? Now if you look at the graph, it was a little bit shoddy, but I'm gonna give it a shot here. Now it's a little bit messy here for a second. Well then. Now on the other hand, I should press the option buttons right there. And we should get back to the garage. But before we should proceed to the main challenge, well, I should tell you about something. Something about like trying about like nowadays there you see like a traffic cars being a 4-door SUVs, but while there's kids like just wished, and there's still people that who's growing up still wished it. I mean, sure, you can get through there, but eventually you should make it through. But, like, if you want to like sports cars or something, why not be a presenter for like any other motor shows? But you should get the point, or at the very least, enjoy your like playing virtual cars with like fast cars or just unlicensed virtual cars. But you should get the point here. So what we're doing here is we're taking a stock Subaru Legacy B4 or 3.0R at the Laguna Seca. And what I should talk about is a whole demonstration for the sake of like knowing the benefits here. And that meant is that at some people gonna say like uh if you're a retired man or woman or whatever, you're gonna have like a sports car to show off or something. But I guess that if unless you're a wife or husband or something, you're gonna be better off with a 4-door. You know what the answer is? Like if the 4-door does better, or at the very least one of unofficial training cars that I picked on to like at the start of it. You got the answer. We're gonna get to Laguna Seca with a Subaru Legacy. So guess we go talk about it before after the lap though, but I say 1 lap makes a difference. So nothing what you expect though. Alright. Here we go. I think I messed it up right now. People can be a judge of like my lap time or something. I don't know. These mileage is already taken from the Nürburgring though. I think. Oh yeah, probably I did. Almost in the sand. Not so good. Not so good. Almost went in the sand. Alright, thank you for looking at your own commentary to like my own lap time that can be compared to yours that you can do in recreationally. But I'm gonna tell you off like based on like how I did it, and you can judge it anytime you want, and try not to hold back, okay? As long as like your judgment based on my lap time is and your actual ideas to improve, unless probably there's some tips I didn't want to listen to, is that you're free to criticize as long as it's not to like say like I don't like your lap because it sucks. It should be constructive, and like you're free to like ask me for improvement and I should find out later. If there's no room for improvement, then I don't know. So anyways, here's my lap time on the Subaru Legacy B4 3.0R at the Laguna Seca. I've got 1:54, 3:44. This is my lap time on the Laguna Seca, and of course my commentary says that I won't be satisfied with every corner though, even if it's just yeah, but it's only if there's certain corners where I actually manage to make one mistake though. Now, this is just a normal thing, okay? You're not gonna get satisfied with every corner if you do it just right though, very often. There's going to be always a segment where say you gotta make a great segment at this corner now. Now, where was I from like the test driving the daily car? Oh yeah, the old used rally car challenge. That should be a cheap one. So let's head on back to the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution GSR. See if it held up to this while. We'll be looking at some sort of events that has tarmac here featurely. So what it means is that it could be at Costa di Amalfi, or in actuality is the one race where most people take it for the Toyota RC Rally Race Car in easy. So what it meant for making a lot of money is Capri Rally Easy. And yes, I'm not alone with this one, because everyone always do these for now, but unless you're in Spec 2 one now, you're better off finding like the other kinds of money-making methods though, or randomizer money-making method though. These two, one is like the Cadillac, and the other was like money-making. So I'm not gonna bother doing these for the sake of a replay, because it's a little bit humid in here, but I'm just tell you, if you're using the exact same car and exact same upgrades as I was, and like taking a replay step forward, and then you got yourself an answer, and what you get? A rally raid car that we always sell multiple times. Now, instead of going through these, what I'm gonna tell you is that we're looking forward to the hard rally. At the very least, we're gonna take the hard Capri Rally. And yes, any power, all cars permitted will work. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna see, despite that being held up right there. Right, there is no test has been done in the Evo, because, well, I want to give a little demonstration how the Evo is still held up on any rally courses to this day, but I could have done it on but once all of the rallies were at very least finished, I'm gonna take the Evo to the Laguna Seca and see how it held up compared to like the three rally roads that I've done. So we're gonna take out the dirt, snow, and tarmac. Well, actually, yeah, that should be it. Now we can do. Now, of course, I can do both of these. These on the same road though. One reverse, one normal. So we're gonna take up the normal one here. Let's get started. And I should have said it sooner when I press A to enter. Actually, X to enter. $83 points race. So now my opponent is the Subaru rally car. That's the Impreza though. I think I can still hold up there. The first issue has arrived. Here we go. God damn it! That penalty! I cannot pass through the same line as the Subaru driver does. I think I'm pretty behind right now. I think I could catch up there for a second. Of course, from your opinion, the only way to win against the rally car is if you use the same. But you think one bit is gonna make a little suffering could work. Well, you got yourself an answer. It's still possible. I'm way further behind because I hit the Impreza rally at the back for some reason because I couldn't even brake a little bit sooner than I expected. Oh, I think I'm a little bit catching up here. I have to brake way more often than just ever, so it's gonna keep on going. Oh! Not again. Rolling. $195. Not again. By the way, this is just one chance. If I fail, there's no second chance. And I'm genuinely cannot make it through the Impreza though. Sure, you can tell me to like upgrade more, but I'm in the budget. What do you expect? Come on, Evo! You can still make it! Old Evo with some upgrades, you can still make it through. You can still beat the Impreza despite the fact that it brake checked it and you cannot even make an overtake maneuver. Move! God damn. Sadly, my cry for believing in my Lancer Evo would never help beyond my skills against the calm and relaxed with no problems. The next moment, Nitrous was being back for the entire time does not save me. Obviously. Nitrous still cannot save me right now. Keep rolling. I actually feel like I was an opponent against some dude in the back seat looking to get more RC Rally Raid cars before they get to the DTM. It feels like I was the opponent and I'm someone who just wanted to get more Toyotas. Seconds behind, and I still cannot deal with it. Now, I just want to remind you all that you can cheese this one through the walls though if you don't hit them head on. But I had to play a little bit fair, so the challenge rule says that you cannot use the walls to cheese through the Costa di Amalfi. So, yeah, I guess this is one way hard enough, so it's fair. But I had to do it just right. If only I didn't even bump the Impreza's rear head on now. Thanks for brake checking me. Sort of intentional. Oh! Almost hit that one. It seems like I'm not gonna recover from that. And I wonder how does the reverse changes all of it. Nitro's running out. I cannot use further right now, so I'm pretty much dead last. the last lap, I think. Well, with second is still fine with my 2 minute and 11 seconds lap though. I think I almost broke the rule of cheesing the walls though and costing a mountain. Oh. Oh! Almost hit that. Dead loss. If I didn't hit the Impreza rally car behind, that would've been alright. Well, that was just an unfortunate side effect of like unable to like move out of the way of like someone braking in front of it. Anyways, my results was second on the rally, on the Costa di Amalfi. So what we head on next is Grand Canyon Rally. Now obviously we're gonna get in some dirt here, so what it means is that we're gonna get a little bit dirty here. And we could wonder what's next for another feeling of the Grand Canyon Valley. You know, for the sake of like any other, this same Evo that I was driving against anything who's that just still works for the Grand Canyon. That's just still 3 in total. So anyway, let's head out to Grand Canyon. Oh, right. I had to grip the dirt tires though at the very least. So thanks for that. Thanks for the reminder. Anyways, we'll head on to it despite the obvious results from the tarmac that I've messed up from just the penalty. Anyway, well, moving on. 82-point race. Impreza back again. Will I still overcome against the Impreza rally with my limited upgrade budget? Let's say, same issue in a different way. Because at this point, I'm a prize car. Well, at least you can see some nice view here I can do. Is that a little bit of oversteer could do? Oh! Well, I can drift at some degree. I still have to make stable driving right now. Oh, watch out, crowd! At least you're virtual. Don't worry, you're all fine. You're not real, guys. You're just a decoration here. Move! Move! At least I didn't hit head on now. This feels like I'm a villain chasing against the Impreza. Good grip. I accelerate a little too hard. Unfortunately, when I was told that you cannot use the reverse course from my brain and this rule, they changed the rule so that the only way that it can count is just the normal. Reverse does not count because you get a second chance at winning. So right now, I still cannot hold up to it. But at least you can look at the replay that I'm just having a nice day driving the Evo. I wonder what's the Impreza rally car driver feels like. It just feels like I'm an incompetent villain trying to like deal with them. I feel like it feels like cat and mouse, except the mouse is competent and the cat is somehow incompetent, you know, for comedy reasons. But really, I feel bad for the cat. And I should rather kill the mouse myself. And thus, the show is over. 2.6. 10 seconds behind. How y'all doing? Just having a normal day driving. In a dirt rally style. You know what I think of, like, people telling me what's my favorite rally car, as opposed to like the modified rally cars. They say like Impreza, Evos or something. And like when you tell them like the most obscure rally cars, they say like, what? And the answer is just this Evo. Move! Oh, and just to let you all know, I'm restricted to using a nitrous in dirt and snow for obvious reasons. I bet a lot of people gonna enjoy watching me drift like mad in rally though. I do love grip and tarmac, but I hate drifting in tarmac. Oh shit! Seems like I didn't know how to reverse. Fuck. Sorry. Sorry! I think I spun out by mistake. Still hitting barriers in the back like crazy. Now if you look at the blue dot from the Impreza rally car driver, he's still chilling out like pretty calm. While here, I'm just a little bit messed though. Don't root for me though. Actually. Never mind. Oh, it didn't count. 35 seconds behind. Oh yeah, I just remember I had to let go of the accelerator when drifting in dirt or snow. Very funny myself, very funny. You know, if the way it happens in real life, everyone would be dead. For nonsense that I had to make through. And that you should need a lot of training. Oh my lord. You know, let's just give a minute of silence though. For racking nonsense that I had to make. Not again. You know what I wonder? That I feel like you should make yourself a monkey though. Oh, I just changed the gear too early though. Evo already finished though, I assume. Actually, it's still a fifth lap though ahead of me. I get a little better, just that I didn't use the full potential though. Oh dear Lord. get a little better. Probably just at the last lap second though. Very funny. And we're near at the finish line. That is a little bit messy suffering. Same results. What do you guys expect? Me being competent? Anyway, back to the menu. Well, it is the same result as expected, but at least it can handle just fine. Just that the speed upgrades or the engine upgrades or the turbo upgrades aren't up to the standards though. But that is still under the budget limit. Now, the snow race is just the same result, but at least it can handle just fine. Just that it cannot handle it. But one thing to note though, that you should always wash your car every so often after after driving on dirt or snow for so long, that maybe you should reconsider that treating your car to shower after a rally race is like yourself. Anyway, last chance, but last part of the snow. It's gonna be the same results against the opponent though, but pretty sure it's gonna be the Subaru Impreza rally car again, right? Because I'm technically an Evo that is losing more often, so pretty much there. Anyways, I'm going to get equipped with snow tires just so I can prepare myself. Here we go. .30 race. Turns out that my opponent is not an Impreza. Well, my rival is temporarily gone. Here we go. The Toyota Castrol Celica here again. This Celica here looks a little bit different there than what I expected. Ooh! Same results. Nothing much as you expected from a guy who's used to LMP cars or Group C cars. Yeah, at this point, from my incompetence, it's the same result though, assuming that, yeah, of course, I can still handle just that, a little bit better. Oh! Snow is a little bit different than what you expect though. But I've been accelerating every corner as I see, just so I can reverse backwards here. Talk. Not the penalty. Oh, crikey. Another penalty. What? You know, I'm gonna tell you viewers that I asked myself, am I good at rally? Well, in terms of holding X more often, no. I mean, even if a careful tap, it's still like no for me. Though. Yes, I can ask for improvement, but I'm still terrible. So I had to relearn again. And if you are slightly better than me at rally, you can take this challenge a shot. But then of course I had to make my own opinion here that it's all had to be mixed on a general opinion compared to mine. Again, it wasn't that bad, just that it's the wrong driver. Come on. Oh, cock. Well, Corolla, I think I should. It just tells me that I shouldn't press X all the time, regardless of corners. So, after all of that, I'm gonna give it a little bit of scoring based on like how I use the Lancer Evo GSR, and yes, you can also do this to yourself because well, it's all by myself, man. What I'm gonna tell you for a little bit off topic is that I do love to look for any other second and third presenters, just that I've yet to because I don't think I can find any of them, but it's just how it works. So, my scoring on like being a used car, it's around like in terms of like the wash, the car, how shiny it was when I purchased it, it was like around 5. And in terms of oil, before I changed it, it was like -1. And when the oil changed, it's just back to like 2 plus. Well, actually, it's just 2 without plus. And what we got here, and like in terms of upgrades here on the tarmac, with like a good driver, it was 10. And the same with the on tarmac with the bad driver. It's like -5. We got like dirt on with good driver. It was like 5, and then dirt with bad driver -2, and we got the snow with a good driver 3, and snow with a bad driver probably 10 some point. Now, alright, actually excuse the controller disconnect. Right. Now I'm gonna do the calculation here based on what I remember here. 5 on car wash. Wash. -2 on oil. -1 on oil. Car wash for like 2. Tarmac. Tarmac with good driver. Tarmac with bad driver. Dirt with good driver. Dirt with bad driver. It may be inaccurate. It's actually 3. 3 as far as I remember. Wait, did I say 2 or 3? Oh, whatever. And snow with good driver. We got the score. Oh, I forgot the chassis though. Oh, the rigidity before the rigidity before refreshed around 3. Rigidity when repaired, when fully refreshed at around 4. So we got the score of 9. So that's just how I did it. So, and also this scoring system will be abused easily by me and you. So you can make up your own rules if you want. So I don't care. But people gonna make an argument for like which score is right for themselves and which score is right for you. So I guess that's my overall score on the Lancer Evolution 1 GSR. So you can be a good driver and then take care for it as well. So feel free to, because there's a little bit of test for you to like be better for a challenge to like do the same challenge as me, but then be a little bit better or be at the same level or a little bit worse than me. Now for a little bit of reminder here on the Gigabyte store, so I'm gonna go off topic here, is that I can record or some more and slightly longer, just that my worry is like 121 gigabyte space of Forza Motorsport 2023, and the only way I can get back to Motorsport or the FM 2023 it is if I finish the season with like a certain amount of episodes, probably like a minimum of 4, with the like duplicate episodes on the same games that I've just want to film on, and then yes, believe me, Forza Motorsport 2023 was still my distraction, but I've yet to play a little bit more of like the first tour I had to do after like recording this episode and further. But maybe if I have the other episode I'm planning, or doing the episode a little bit quicker than intended, thanks to like the editing that I took time on for like a second. Oh, right. And on that, the end of like the very first part, and another new definition where you can do a next show, and then what you gotta do is take care here again. But actually, I gotta do this again. You gotta remember what the end is. The end was, as someone says. Oh, right. What you gotta do after this episode? Well, all you gotta do, well, that's on the alarm clock. You gotta get back on the bed. Anyways, take care. Good night.